Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here. I've been getting a question very recently. I don't know if it's because I made some business videos recently, but it's really how to build your brand. I got some pretty much building a brand on YouTube or more for business, but essentially that doesn't matter. You're essentially building a brand of yourself or your company overall all. So I'm just gonna give you kind of my experience and just kind of give you some insight on what you have to do, but it's 2016. Video is king, SEO is king, getting digital is very, very important. So a bit of backstory on how I started the guy with the eye photography and my freelancing business. Back in college is when I came up with the name, the guy with the eye. If you haven't seen my video, WTF My Eye, I explained how I got that there. I'll link that down below, but in short, it's because my right eye has coloboma, so it's a little different, and I used to be made fun of back when I was a very young kid. I was called the weird kid with the eye. So, weird kid with the eye, one day in college, I was like, oh, guy with the eye. That's how I got my business name. Getting a business name is important, something unique and special to yourself, but don't make it everything. Don't go crazy with it. If it has to just be your name like, you know, Joe Smith, John Smith, Jane Doe Photography or anything like that, or whatever business that you're doing, especially doing DJ, all that kind of stuff, you just need a starting point, and you can obviously alter from there. But in 2016, right now, and going into the future, getting searchable is very, very key for yourself and establishing your brand identity and getting at least a little bit authority in the industry, even if it's just a little speck. So I saw the opportunity, and you know, back in 2012 when I really started this, before I even took it seriously, to get online. One of the things I was thinking is, you know, I'm not searchable. Like if you search my name, of course, I never came up because I was never doing anything to get out there. Second biggest search engine in the entire world is YouTube. The first is Google, which owns YouTube. So I knew that that was pretty much one of the most important things. Well, back then, I guess not so much, but I knew that I had to be searchable. I knew that the only way to get my brand out there was to, you know, start developing a website, start getting myself out there, getting into SEO, search engine optimization, and really working with that. And, you know, obviously now to 2016, if you search my company or my name, it'll come up in Google. And that's because I put the time and the effort to do so. And I'm not like bragging about that, but that's the mentality you have to take. You have to start making content, at least starting to blog. If you're great at the written form, starting a blog, a personal website, even that you could do for free is fantastic. You know, for myself, for other photographers, videographers, creatives out there, painters and everything, having a quick like $8 a month Squarespace website is actually phenomenal as well. They're not sponsoring this episode or anything like that, but it's getting yourself out there. This is how you start building a brand for yourself. For your YouTube channel, whatever, you use all the gateways, the social networks to push into that brand to give yourself more brand identity and to increase your reputation. But I really took this seriously essentially in like 2013 and 2014, I got really serious about YouTube. I realized that it was helping drive awareness to my brand. And, you know, when I meet companies, I can, you know, extend that out there. And I've worked with a lot of companies already using the guy with the eye. And that's really, you know, kind of stuck, you know, and the trademark and everything like that. So the guy with the eye pretty much became what I do and who I am for the most part. I mean, I do have a full-time day job, but that brand has been developed because I took the time and the effort to do so. I wasn't great at the written form. I'm not a good writer. Absolutely not. That's why I don't really blog a lot. This was my form of blogging, taking the topic, taking the review, and talking to a camera and sharing my experience and hopefully helping you out there, whoever is watching these videos. But that's really how you have to build a brand. To start off, you have to start off with nothing. You have to start off with zero. I mean, we almost have 20,000 subscribers on this channel now, almost hitting 4 million views, and that was at zero back in 2012, or like mid-2012 before I graduated college. So I haven't been doing it an extremely long time. I've been out there and I've just put in the effort to do so. Take the time yourself to really lay out what your plan is, what your strategy is, and what you're trying to accomplish. I'm more or less doing this for education and sharing my experiences to try and help someone else out, be it younger, be it older, it doesn't matter. And you just have to define what your strategy is in your distribution. I'm still learning more about business and everything. I've had to learning about taxes and businesses and all that, everything fun like that. But building a brand really comes to identity. Maybe your logo was definitely part of your brand, so something that's unique. And one of the things, I don't know if you could see it, you know, right over there. It's not the best. It's that eye. And I've met other YouTubers on here, photographer YouTubers, who have recognized me like, wait, oh, you're the guy with the eye with that logo. So it's very important to build that brand identity, and you just need to go out there and start doing it. You have to get digital. You have to get online. YouTube is a great distribution. It's free. You can even make a little bit of money from it if you can. But getting yourself out there and getting yourself seen is one of the biggest things you need to do. If you can't do video, if you're not comfortable with doing it, at least start writing, start your blog. Once again, it's not going to be the easiest to search for at first, but once you really put yourself out there, put out 50 posts, put out 100 posts, you can really reach out to others and network and say, hey, I've written this many times, I've written about this, can I maybe help guest blog on yours? And that way there's a really good collaboration with something like that. And maybe that helps, you know, that bigger brand helps you out a little bit because you're delivering them a good piece of content and they're getting some eyes onto you, further helping your brand. I hope this video helped in some way. It's not the easiest question in the world to answer because it's really just depends on you. You have to put the hard work into it. You have to put the sweat, you have to put the tears, the doubt and everything into it. Like, oh, you have really good days with some days. And this is how I'm with YouTube. I have a fantastic week and I'm like, wow, people are watching. And there's some days where I really put effort into some videos and they're not watched much as the ones I think they should. And I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? But it really comes down to, you've got to put the time into it. You've got to stick with it. You've got to hustle. You've got to wake up at 6 a.m. even though you've only had 5 hours of sleep to post a review, a preview of something out there so that way you can try and get ahead of search and to get your brand out there a little bit quicker than the already big brands out there. As I said, I know this is a big topic. I know this video kind of ran on a little bit, but please, if you have any questions about this, let me know down in the comments below. As I said, I know my audience is a little diverse. I mean, I go from like 16 years old all the way even past like 40 and everything. So I've got a very big range and I already know people that have asked this business brand question, but that's the start of it. It really involves you.